Hi all, it's Jonathan Newman here, founder and head of Footy FC. We've been going 5 or 6 weeks now, so I thought it about time that I sort of introduced myself and introduced the concept behind the newest formed football team in the world, I suppose. We were when I did it. Don't know if we still are 5 weeks on, but hey hey. So the thought process behind Play Footy is that about 5 years ago I had a stroke, and the doctors told me that I wasn't to play football competitively again. Not that I played at a very good level or anything like that, but used to play five-a-side and a few kickabouts here and there. But it was deemed that I wasn't sort of medically well enough to do that because I'm on blood thinners and stuff, and if I had a bad tackle then I'd perhaps bleed to death, which is not ideal, is it? So I'd looked into playing walking football, but I wasn't old enough, and I was coaching my son Josh's team at the time. We'd have been under 9s, under 10s at that point, so that was still my avenue into doing football. So he recently retired, if you can retire at the age of 14, from football, and I hung my boots up as well, hung my whistle up from coaching. So I've started doing some one-to-one sessions and things like that for trainings, but I still wanted to play and do a bit myself. So I thought, well, what is there for me? I'm not healthy enough or fit enough, well enough, whatever you want to class it as, to do five-a-side football. I can't play vets, and I'm not old enough to do walking football, because in Northamptonshire we only can play into the over 50s. Well, I'm 43. I know it's out of paper round, but And I thought, well, what can I do? So I got in contact with Malton Walking Football Club, Phil Andrews there, who's a top man, and he said to me, well, perhaps have a contact with James Geddes at the NFA and see if he can help or do anything. I know it's been bandied about in the past that younger age groups perhaps get involved. So I booked the sports hall at Guilsborough and put a couple of adverts out on Facebook and saw if there was any interest. I've got a handful of people that I know from training or coaching their kids in the past, or just friends of mine from playing a bit of paddle and whatnot. And it seemed there'd be quite a bit of interest in just having a recreational, kickabout, basically a few mates, similar sort of ages, most of us kind of like in our 40s, but we've got something like the young teens, and a couple of people have come along in their 60s, which is great. I had a chat with James at the NFA, told him what I was looking at doing and trying to get a football team / club together for the age group that I think is missing, the 25 to 50 age group that perhaps have had some knee injuries or just aren't confident enough to be playing five-a-side football, because that can be rough. It's a glorified pub football, really, the five-a-side, I feel. Vets football sort of died out, a lot of it, in the UK, especially in Northamptonshire. And then when it comes to walking football in Northamptonshire, there's quite a few teams about, but in regards to actual leagues, they only start at over 50s. When I spoke to Phil at Malton, he said, well, they have, there has been discussions about perhaps doing something somewhere, but Malton haven't got the capacity to do it themselves. They've got a brilliant setup there. They've got in excess of 140 players. I was fortunate enough to be able to go along and join in one of their sessions. Phil invited me along, and got a brilliant setup there. It was about 45, 50 players, ranging from 55 years old to players in their 70s, and it's incredible what they can do and they can achieve at that club. And I know there's similar clubs, perhaps not quite as big, but similar philosophies of just getting older gentlemen to play, and older females as well, to play football. But I just want that slightly younger demographic, like myself. There's so many 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, even lads in their 20s. A lot of them play paddle now because they've got knee injuries, but they'd still love to get the boots on and have a kick about with some football. So when I spoke to James, he's kind of, well, you do it yourself. So that's when Play Footy was formed. I've been thinking of different names and different things like that. And I know my younger son Toby, when he was a bit younger, he's only 11 now and he still plays for Brixworth, but he said to me, "Dad, can we go outside and play footy?" And that always stuck with me, and I thought, do you know what? That's perfect for this, because it's all inclusive. It's football for everyone. So whether or not you're late teens or your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even up to your 80s, I know some people are playing walking football and stuff. People just want to play footy. So along with James's help, Play Footy FC was born. So the idea is just to get as many people playing footy as possible. So I've got a session 6 till 7 at Guilsborough Academy on the indoor sports hall there, and then 9 till 10 up at Benham Sports Centre at the moment, outside on the Astro that they've got there. It's just £5 a session, just to help cover the costs of pitch hires and stuff like that. But it's just, the idea is to get as many people involved into this sport we love as possible. Then hopefully we can progress to, if we can get enough players together of an over 50 age group, perhaps get that into the league. But then further down the lines, I've been speaking to other teams in local counties, like in the Birmingham area and places like that, Nottingham, that they do have teams that have, open age group sessions, and perhaps we can play some friendlies. We've got some kits on order. We've got some T-shirts being printed up, so if people want to sort of join in and be part of the community for that, then the job is all good. But at the end of the day, we just want people to play footy. So look out for us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, some YouTube videos. Always upload some pictures and videos of our sessions. And if you want to get back into playing a bit of footy, come and get involved. It'd be great to have you down. And feel free to message me if you got any other questions. But I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to sort of tell people the man behind the club, my thought process behind setting it up. I think people will be surprised at how fast-paced walking football is. It's not walking. It is walking, but it's quick walking. The game just played this morning. I covered 4 kilometres. Heart rate went well over above 160 at one point. And we all had a blooming good time. So, come on down and play footy. Oh, you can visit our website as well, www.playfooty.co.uk, and get in touch. Be great to see you along. Cheers.